Oh well, g'day folks, it's me. I'm making a video today mainly for my granddaughter Michaela and her boyfriend Jack. They're coming down from Queensland to visit, so tonight I'm making chicken thighs done in the sous vide, and then I'm going to flamethrower them, and then we're having a nice traditional salad with it, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm preparing the chicken now. I've got 9 pieces to go, and I'm going to season them now and then put them in bags and then put them in the CV using my new sous vide wand. So I'm just going to turn that on now, and we'll program that. Do that on my phone, but now at the moment I'm just going to be doing it. I'm just going to be doing it manually. I can do it both ways, so just bear with me. I'm going to do it at 63 centigrade for I've got 3 hours here, but I'm going to put it back down to 2 hours. That's what everybody's recommending. So I'm heating the water up now. So in the meantime, while the water's heating up, I'll go over to my chicken and we'll get that done. So first of all, I'm going to butter it with a little bit of butter with my mop, so the seasoning will stick. Then I'm going to put it in plastic bags and seal them in my vacuum sealer. Right, that's that done. Now, first of all, salt, kosher salt. Not too much, just a nice little sprinkling. I've got to do both sides. Now, I've got some lemon pepper here. I've never used lemon pepper before, so it's always the first time for everything, so we'll give that a go. I bought that this morning. I was out bright and early before anyone else came out. There we go. That's that. And now I've got some all-purpose barbecue rub, but I'm only going to lightly put some of that on. It's we don't want that too strong, just a little bit of flavour, that's all. And if we put the lid on, I thought I'd done that, but I hadn't. Just a little amount. It's semi-barbecuing because I'm going to brown the chicken off once it comes out of the sous vide. It's not looking the best when it comes out of the sous vide. It doesn't look the best. This is garlic powder. I've been using a fair bit of this lately. It's quite good. Considering I never used to like garlic, we never had garlic in the UK. Now some lemon zest. Not too much of this either. I don't want it to overpower. Is it coming off? and I'll turn them over and we'll do the other side. Right, now, pair of tongs. Ding dong. Radio, here we go. I don't know whether you can see me from there, let's have a look. I keep forgetting to do this. Ignorant, aren't I? I'm leaving the skin on. You can either eat the skin or take it off when I played it up. I'm not a great chicken skin eater myself, but I know people who are. My son likes it, especially when it's crispy and crunchy. Now, some of these are shop bought from the chicken shop, and some of them are from Coles's. That's got me all of a surprise that they were coming down, so I'll put the lemon pepper on next. Oh, hang on, can't do anything till I put some butter on. I'll have to put some more salt on now, because that helps to crisp it up, so I believe. But then again, don't believe everything you hear these days, especially on the internet. I don't know whether anybody else has noticed, but I go on the internet a fair bit, especially on YouTube, and some of the outrageous, and I mean outrageous, headlines that they put on some of their videos, and you get on and it's nothing like what the headline of that video said. So I take a note of who they are and I don't watch them again, because if they can't be truthful and tell you what it's about, and they just want clickbait, as they call it, they can shove it up the chicken's parson's nose for me. Right on. Garlic powder. Yeah, I'm afraid my gob gets me in a lot of trouble. I say things I shouldn't say. But sometimes I try and speak the truth how I see it. But not everybody sees things the way I see it. And that's okay too. We all have our opinions. But I do enjoy going there. There's some great channels on YouTube that I do watch, and I watch them all a lot, you know, and I quite like watching them. And while we're at it, if you want to see more of my videos, go to my channel at Redneck Hillbilly 544 on my YouTube channel. I've got 180 videos on there. Some cooking, some just lifestyle stuff of what I get up to, some photography stuff. And for all you out there who still don't know, or all you new people, my regular viewers will already know about it, but I'm the sole carer of my wife Beryl. She's got dementia, and it's advanced dementia, and she has a terrible time with it some days. Well, that part of it's done. Move that out of the way. I need some more because I'm going to be basting that. Now I'm going to turn this bag inside out. Well, partly inside out, so I don't get too much grease on the seal. Now, I might even have to get a bigger bag. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get a bigger bag. So what I'll do, I'll bring you back in a bit. I don't know what happened there. Cut off. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is me, what's her name's getting full. So what I'll do, I'll put these in, and I'll have to get rid of some videos up there before I go to the next step. But we've got a few hours now before I have to touch these again. They're not coming till about 2:30 or probably even later. So they're done. Now I'll clean up here and get everything ready, and what I'll do, I'll come back to you when I'm ready to get the flamethrower going. So how are we doing here? Oh, that's ready to go in. I can put them in now. I've just got to seal them and put them in. Then I'm going to have some lunch. Guess what I'm having? Most Pommies will know this, and some Aussies. I'm having banana butties on and some cob bread. I'm not going to toast it. I usually toast it. I love my banana butties toasted, but not today. I haven't got time. I'm battling the hour, to put it mildly. Okay, I'll catch you in a bit. Hey, back again. Now, this is what you do. They're all sealed. Got them all nice sealed in the bag. See the seal at the top, nice double seal. Now we'll immerse those in water. Put the 3 of them in. I'm using my small container today. I've got 3. I've got this one a bit bigger, and a really big one. Now, put lid on. Now, that's done. I had to reset it because it had already started counting down the time, and I need it to go for that particular length of time. So turn that off. Right, it's time for me banana butty. that's going to stay there now till it's finished for 2 hours, which will give me 2 o'clock. And I got to put some eye drops in my eyes now. Got to do it every 4 hours. I've been doing it for 2 weeks. Oh, and the best thing ever today was I was able to wash my hair with soap for the first time in 2 weeks. And you don't realise just how hard it is. I had to ask them how long before I can wash my hair. They said don't wash it for 2 weeks. So today was the 2 weeks and 2 days. So I did it, and it feels great. I shower every day and I wash my hair every second day, and I cannot stand being dirty in myself, you know. Like my dad used to say, the only thing that kept me going with not washing my hair with soap. I washed it with water, but my dad used to say only dirty people wash. She's got a point. Don't take any notice of me. I talk a load of rubbish. Good on you, Dad. That's a dad joke, that. Enjoy yourself up there, mate. Look after Mum. Okay, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, folks, it's time to take the chicken out of the sous vide. I've done that. I've got put this on the I'm going to empty the gravy out. That makes delicious gravy. The juices and the butter and the spices and everything else. There we go. Oh, a bit messy again, but that's a bloke in the kitchen, isn't it? So there we go. Let's see if we can show you what's in this. That's the stock that is going to make the gravy with. That's out of 9 little chicken pieces. Now, what we've got here is my chicken that has to be patted dry with a paper towel now. And then later on tonight, or when we decide we're going to eat, I'll do the potatoes, get them on the go, and a few veggies. Oh no, we're not having veggies, we're having potatoes and a green salad. I nearly forgot. So I might make a bit of gravy for the chicken in case my guests, my distinguished guests, Michaela and Jack, fancy some. That'll do that there for now. Just let that cool off, and all I've got to do is spend 2 to 3 minutes aside with the flamethrower or whatever I use. I've got several methods. You can use a pan, hot frying pan, you can use the oven, you can use the barbecue, you can grill, you can use a grill plate, you know, on the barbecue. You can use all sorts of things to do it. I like using the flamethrower. So I'll just cover this up now. And the guests are not here yet, but they won't be far off, so I believe they should be here within the next hour. And I'll bring you back when it's all finished and let you have a look at it, and maybe a bit of a taste test. When I've dished everyone else's out, I'll let you. So, okay, don't forget Redneck Hillbilly 544. Leave a like, a comment, as long as you keep the comments clean. I don't mind a bit of criticism, but don't be rude. Tell me how you like do your chicken thighs. Not everybody uses this method. Not everybody knows about this method of cooking. That's why I'm putting videos on, so people can see just how good it is. And if I have failures, I will put the failures on too. And I've already had one, but I didn't record it, believe it or not. I did a pork belly, and I couldn't get, the pork belly was absolutely beautiful, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely fine, but I couldn't get the crackling. So, which, when I think about it, it's common sense. But I didn't have any common sense at the time. So, the only way I'll do pork if I want crackling again is in the air fryer. That's a certain, dead set certain. That's the best I've ever done it. I've even had it on the Weber. I've had it on the electric barbecues. I've had it on wood barbecues. But the charcoal barbecue is the second best. But the charcoal barbecue cooks turkey and ham the best you could ever have it. Now on Thursday I might take a video, because when my daughter's here, she's coming on Tuesday, we're having New York cut steak, and I'm going to do it the same way, see what she thinks. She's never had sous vide food before, so this will be her first time. And then on Thursday I'm going to do, I bought a turkey breast, whole turkey breast, so I'm going to have a go at doing that, because they tell me it's the best turkey you've ever had. But I can argue that, because the best turkey I've ever had up to now, touch wood, is on the Weber charcoal. So we'll see what happens. Okay, well, don't forget, do all the good stuff, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, g'day folks. Just a little update on the meal I was making. My chicken thighs. I did sear them. I seared them with my flamethrower, and they were perfect, absolutely lovely. But if I had to criticise on them, but the only criticism I would make is I would cook them for 3 hours next time instead of 2 to 2.5. I'd just go a little bit longer, but the temperature I used, 63 degrees, wasn't too bad. I could go to 65 too, and I might even try that next time, but not taken away from anything that happened tonight. But I didn't video the searing because I was snowed under. I had lots of things to do. I had the salad to make. Anybody knows me, once I start chatting I never stop. Because I hadn't seen my granddaughter for a few years, we spent a lot of time chatting, and it took away from the actual cooking. And that's why I did a salad, because that was pretty easy. It didn't take any cooking. I just had to prepare it, and that was absolutely lovely. And in the end, I promised her some cheese I made I'd put on the salad, and I forgot to put it on. So and not only that, that I was so pleased to see my granddaughter, I was actually very, very pleased to see Jack, who brought her down here. And he's a very, very nice lad. I really like him. It's the first time I've met him, see him. We were busy chatting, and he's got a lot in common with me as regards cooking and the way he likes cooking stuff. And I can't wait to see some of the things he's going to be doing very shortly. I gave him a spare sous vide machine that I had spare. My first one, there's no app for it for the phone. That's why I bought the other two. I wanted the app on my phone so I can sit here with Beryl and I can manipulate the cooking times and speeds and heat and all that sort of thing on my phone without having to be there. I could even do it if I'm out down in the shopping centre. I can still keep my eye on what I'm cooking there if I'm cooking something for 24 hours, you know, and I can change the times and the temperatures whenever I want. You know, if I think it needs a bit more, I can put a bit more on and things like that. Which that's what I wanted it for. But they haven't got one, so that's their first one. And I've no doubt once he gets the bug, he'll go out and buy one, something like I've got. And the reason that hasn't got an app or anything, because when I bought that, there was nothing like that out. It wasn't around in them days, but it still does the same thing. You just have to manually process it and just keep your eye on going back to it and keeping your eye on it. But there's nothing wrong with it. It does a great job. You know, I'm at the situation in my life now that I can just go and buy something like that I want. Either that or I'll leave my money to someone else, and I ain't doing that. If it's something I want, they can have what's left. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Probably selfish, but who cares? I worked hard for that money, so did Beryl. And because it makes life a little bit easier for me, it means I can spend more time with Beryl. And that's what the main thing is. And that's why I'm looking at all these different cooking things, cooking ideas and cooking ways of doing things, quicker ways. And sometimes, like this sous vide, sometimes it's a better way. Air fryers, it's a really good way. That's another better way. Oh, I've got two really good ways of cooking. The old-fashioned way is shoving it in a big oven, having to wait for the oven to warm up, and then once you're cooking, it has to keep that oven hot. It's the energy it takes. So not only that, you're actually saving money by looking at other things. They cook for me when you do stews and things like that, and the all-in in one pot that I've got for it's also you can sear in it, you can bake in it, you can use it as a slow cooker, you can use it air fryer. It's an actual air fryer as well, and the best thing about it, it's a pressure cooker as well. So you got 14 in one different ways of cooking in that pot. So, and that saves me a lot of time too. And the air fryer is absolutely brilliant. There's no way I'm going to do crackling in anything else. If I want pork crackling, that's going in the air fryer, I'm telling you. The sous vide doesn't come anywhere close to it. As much as I love the meat done in there, it cooks the meat great. The pork is absolutely brilliant, but the crackling is crap. And no matter what you try and do, I had 3 different things I tried to crisp the crackling up with. The flamethrower, I added on the coals in the on the Weber, and that didn't work. And then I had a heat gun. That nearly worked, but not quite. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about not being able to put the end of the video on of the meal, but I was snowed under, and I thought it was a little bit more important to spend time with my granddaughter than making a video. So it's always another time I can do that. But I'll tell you what, if you ever want to make chicken thighs in a sous vide, go for it. It's great. The meat was absolutely tender and juicy. Absolutely. And I think I could have done it even better. But that was the first time I've done that, set that food in that. So it is what it is. You learn by experience, I suppose. And I've learned something else. I do it again, I shall make a few little changes, do things a little bit differently, not much, but a little bit differently, like with a little bit higher temperature and a little bit longer in cooking, and I think I'll get it even more tender than it was. But you don't want it so tender that you can't have any resistance. You need a little bit of chew, as long as it's not chewy, you know. You need a little bit of bite there. That's how I like my meat anyway. And when you have a little bit of bite there, it can still melt in your mouth, you know. So there is a knack to it. There is a learning curve with it, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm learning. So thanks for sticking with me. Hope you enjoy the video. Do all the good things like I've said. Like, comment, share the video with your friends, and please consider subscribing to my channel. That would be very helpful, and I think I'd be very appreciated of that. This gives me a little bit of incentive to keep going. Cheers guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra! Ta-ra! Ta-ra for now.